So according to reports, Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler is on the verge of being cancelled, and the UFC is currently seeking a replacement main event for UFC 303. I think there's two massive reasons why the fight is being cancelled, which we'll get to in a second, but first, here's what Helwani had to say about the fight being cancelled. Talking about the fight, Ariel says latest on UFC 303. Around this time last week, all the anxiety surrounding the UFC 303 main event seemed to start to dissipate. By Wednesday, no more feelers about replacements were being sent out. All systems seemed to be a go again. Later in the week, Chandler did an interview about it all being good, and on Saturday, UFC was promoting it again on the ABC Fight Night telecast. There was a scare about the fight being off, and the scare appeared to be no more. But since this morning, multiple sources are now saying feelers are being sent out again for June 29th for a replacement and or new fights. In short, there seems to be pessimism all over again regarding the status of the UFC 303 main event. Actually, even more pessimism it seems than on Monday last week after the press was cancelled at the last minute. Is this insurance, due diligence, emergency replacement mode? Remains to be seen. It's all developing again, but it doesn't appear though we are out of the woods either way just yet. More to come, and hopefully a definitive answer one way or another in short order. So in my opinion, there's two possible scenarios as to why this fight is on the verge of being cancelled, the first one being more likely, and that is media obligations. Obviously, in a recent interview with the Pivot podcast, Michael Chandler said he was literally ready to get on a flight to Dublin and then got a phone call from the UFC saying the press conference was cancelled. This would suggest that it was from Conor McGregor's side, and I believe this was because of media obligations. Despite the speculation, I don't think it has anything to do with an injury, because Conor McGregor's been posting a lot of training footage all week, sparring, grappling and all the rest of it, so I don't think it's an injury, and I do think it is to do with media obligations. As we know, in the past, Conor McGregor has explicitly expressed he does not like media obligations, he hates doing media, and every time he fights, the UFC sends him on a 12, 14, 16 hour media tour doing interviews and radio interviews and all the rest of it, and for this reason I believe that Conor McGregor maybe gave the UFC a little bit of pushback. He didn't want to do it, but because media is a contractual obligation of a UFC fight, this is the reason the fight is potentially being cancelled, because Conor won't do any media. Now, a lot of people won't remember this, but back in 2016, Conor McGregor was pulled from UFC 200 because he refused to do media to promote the rematch with Nate Diaz. And in a sit-down interview with Colin Cowherd, Dana White said nobody is exempt from promoting their fight. We had to pull Conor from the fight. And then straight after this, Conor McGregor announced he was retiring and went on to say, "I have decided to retire young. Thanks for the cheese. Catch yous later." And I think this is the most likely scenario for this fight. Again, this fight is basically in jeopardy because Conor McGregor is refusing to do media, and I don't blame him, to be honest. He's coming back from a very serious injury. This is a pivotal fight in his career, and he needs to come into this fight on point. And if the UFC is sending him out doing media tours for 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, that could have a massive impact on his performance, and he could very well lose the fight just based on the media obligations alone. And I've seen it in the past with Ronda Rousey and other UFC champions. These media tours can literally break fighters before they even get to the fight. The second scenario is that some kind of substance may have came up in Conor McGregor's testing, and as part of the protocols, this is something that could be going on behind the scenes. I don't think this is likely, because if any substances did come up in a test with McGregor, then the fight would probably be cancelled straight away. But that's just another potential reason why this fight could be in jeopardy. But besides that, I do think the media obligations is why this fight is on the verge of being cancelled. But give me your thoughts in the comments and let me know what you think about the situation. Why do you think this fight is in jeopardy? Why do you think the UFC is looking for a replacement main event for UFC 303? Give me your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. George St. Pierre says Islam Makhachev is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. In a recent conversation with coach Faraz Zahabi, GSP gave his thoughts on why Islam Makhachev is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC. You can find the full interview on the TriStar Gym YouTube channel. I'll also leave a link in the description of this video.
Tell me what you think of Islam Makhachev. Can he fill the shoes of a George St. Pierre one day? Is it possible?
He's amazing. I think right now he's the best pound for pound right now because of his last few performances. Just amazing. An amazing showcase of heart too, because he had a bad cut on his forehead, and Poirier gave him a tough time. Pushed the pace to the edge. And I think that fight gonna make Makhachev even better, because these are the fight that make you grow.
If they fought 10 times, Poirier and Makhachev fought 10 times, how many times do you think Makhachev wins?
I don't know, because every fight is different and there's so many X factor. I think in terms of skill, Makhachev right now is the best fighter, but that doesn't mean if you're the best that you always win. There's a lot of other factors outside of our control that can influence the result. But I think Makhachev is the best, but even though the best can lose sometimes.
Is he going to be a legend, Makhachev? Is he going to be one of the greats?
Oh, yeah,
GOATs?
yeah. I think he's already starting to get to that status right now because he, beating Volkanovski and now his last few performances are amazing.
So what do you think about GSP's comments? Do you think Makhachev is the UFC's #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC above John Jones? Give me your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. A drunken Tyson Fury falls over after being escorted out of a bar. Fury recently made headlines once again, but this time for reasons unrelated to his boxing career. Footage has emerged showing Fury being escorted out of a bar by 2 members of security. At the end of the video, Fury can be seen stumbling to his knees and falling to his face onto the concrete. For the final story, Ricky Turcios reacts after loss to Raul Rosas Jr. At UFC St. Louisville, Turcios suffered a second-round submission loss to Raul Rosas Jr. Following his loss, Turcios says he had several medical issues leading into the fight, including flu symptoms, an infection in his knee, and was also in the hospital just 2 days before the fight. Ricky says despite his situation, he showed up because he still believed he could win the fight.
What's up, y'all? This one's from my friends, family, all the fans, you know what I'm saying? Hey, check it out. The sun's shining. The sun's shining on your boy. Your boy's doing good. You know what I'm saying? For sure. My heart is strong. My spirit is strong. Let's go. Yeah. So, obviously, when I step into the ring, when I step into the octagon to fight, I fight for the victory, nonetheless. So, this weekend, you feel me? I didn't get the victory, and hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'll learn from it, you know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah, it's just like, dropped my guard, got caught. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't my best performance, you know what I'm saying? I fought hard, and, despite all that, freaking, I was in the hospital this week, you know what I'm saying? I was in the ER. I had flu symptoms, you know what I'm saying? Freaking my knee had an infection, you know what I'm saying? I was sick as a dog. But that was Thursday, I was in the ER. And freaking Thursday night, I had to start my weight cut. I said, nah, I ain't pulling out this fight. We're gonna make this fight happen. I still believe I could get the job done this weekend, you know what I'm saying? I went in there, still fought my heart out, you know what I'm saying? But I know my feng shui was a little off. My feng shui was a little off, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it's all good. I'll come back harder for the next one, you know what I'm saying? The losses are just the stepping stones to future successes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I say all the time to all my people, you know what I'm saying? The losses are just whenever I freaking lost, you know what I'm saying? And I was leaving the octagon, you know what I'm saying? And the fans were still cheering, Ricky, we love you, you know what I'm saying? Getting everybody high fives, you know what I'm saying? Taking pictures with the fans, even though I freaking lost, you know what I'm saying? That love, I felt that, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? For real, like, yeah, man, they say a hero fights for his people. A hero fights for his people. But when a hero falls, who's to help a hero up? Well, it's the people that he fights for to help him up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's go. I really appreciate it. My friends and my family, I love y'all so much. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? My friends, my family, everybody that supports me since the beginning. I'm talking fighting at the Arena Theater, fighting at the House of Blues, you know what I'm saying? Freaking fighting in the casinos in Cali, you know what I'm saying? Fighting at the Humble Civic Center, to now fighting in the sold out arenas, UFC. I'm grateful. Thank you to all my friends and family. I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's why I could stand there and like, hey, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? I'm living the dream. I was chasing the dream for so many years. Y'all seen the come up. Y'all remember busting tables. You know what I'm saying? Chasing the dream. And now we here, living the dream. I know what it feels like, living the dream. The UFC, the victories, the defeats. Hey, it's all good. Come back harder for the next one. You know what I'm saying? And I know what it feels like. Yeah. I know what it feels like. To go for something. To believe in myself. To believe in something. You know what I'm saying? And to believe in something and go for it and do it. To believe in something and go for it and fall. Hey, but at least you fall daring to be great. You know what I'm saying? At least you dared to be great, and there's greatness within that in its own. You know what I'm saying? And hey, and then too, at least I will never be like those timid souls. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Those timid souls, y'all just sitting on the couch, who will never know victory nor defeat. You know what I'm saying? I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah. So, yeah, man. You know? Yeah, so much love to all my people, all my friends, all my family, all the fans, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my teams, Gracie Baja, the Woodlands, Team Alpha Male, all my training partners, everybody that's helped me through my whole mixed martial arts journey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Keep it rolling. More big UFC fights on the horizon, you know what I'm saying? Now, we just continue. Recover right now, then the grind continues, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, we do it again. The comeback once again, you know what I'm saying? That's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna come back harder. Let's go. The heart of a champion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Never gave up on myself. Always believed in myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Get knocked off the saddle. Get back on it. You know what I'm saying? Next time I'll win in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? God willing. Next time.
Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, please like this video and subscribe for more MMA news.